Hello guys, my name is Emiliano.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah.
Nice. So this is the first time we do a video show. We're doing it in a car, so any constructive criticism will be nice.
Today we're gonna talk about two amazing books. The first one is called Before I Fall, written by Lauren Oliver and published in March 2nd, 2010.
The second book is the first book in a series of books by Naomi Novik. It's called His Majesty's Dragon. It was written in 2006.
Two amazing books are of a completely different genre, but I'm sure any of you crazy bookworms are going to love it. Let's start with Before I Fall.
So this book talks about the life of Samantha, or actually the day. It's just one day of Samantha. Samantha is like the most popular girl in Ridgeview. She has like the three hottest friends in the school. She's the most popular girl. She gets picked up for everything. She has a nice boyfriend, a hot boyfriend actually, and
A crush-worthy boyfriend.
a crush-worthy boyfriend. Yeah, and she's the life of the party. She goes to every party. She hangs out with people. So yeah, she has like the perfect high school life.
She's like the popular girl that starts smoking and well, actually in the book it doesn't say that she smokes, but like they drink and they like to party a lot. So yeah, in the first page of the book, we learn that Sam, the main character, dies in a car crash. This book isn't just another high school love story.
At the beginning of the book, we see Sam's normal day in high school. It's a Friday, it's Cupid Day, that's basically Valentine's Day where she's from. There's a huge party afterwards at Kent's house. Sam goes through her day like she normally would. She hangs out with her friends, she cuts class, she sees her boyfriend Rob, and it's just a normal day for Sam. After class, Sam goes to the party with her three friends. Lindsay, Elodie, and
The one no one remembers.
yeah, that's the one. They go to the party, they have a nice time, but then Juliet, this random skinny girl, creepy little girl nobody really knows, shows up at the party and starts calling the girls out. She starts calling them bitches, like, and then they make fun of her and she leaves.
Lindsay hates her.
Yeah, for some reason Lindsay hates this girl. Her name's Juliet. When it's time to leave the party, the girls are pretty drunk, but Lindsay's driving her Range Rover, so that's fine. They get on the car and they start driving. As soon as they hit the highway or this road, oh, the phone's gonna fall. As soon as they hit this road, the girls are driving by. They start arguing about something. Lindsay drops her cigarette, and then out of nowhere they see like this white thing going at them, and then they yell something, and they crash. That's where the first day ends. Then Sam wakes up and she realizes that as things start going by, she thinks it's a prank, but she starts realizing that it's the same day just going over and over again. She goes to the first day pretty confused. She doesn't know what's going on. She thinks it's a deja vu or she had a dream about it. But then she starts realizing that it's actually the first day and she's going over it again. Like she goes through it multiple times.
The second day, Sam is really confused. She doesn't know what's going on, and like Milo said, she thought it was a prank from everyone. Like everyone was in it, but then she realizes that it's the day that she died, and she notices that she can change what happened. Like she can stop her death from happening, but she has to know the reasons why they crashed and tries to change it.
She starts realizing that this thing is not for her. Like she doesn't have to make her life better. She starts realizing that she should be a better person and start helping other people out. And then at the end,
You have to read the book to know the end.
sorry. On to the
Sorry.
next one.
By the way, this is what I thought about the book. It's a really good story, even though it's a little bit short. It has its ups and downs.
Dude, where are we? Are we lost? I thought this book was pretty good. It's a nice story about how somebody can affect other people around them, and I thought it was pretty interesting how the author used the same scenario. There's a lot of stories where these days repeat over and over. I thought it was kind of fun how she wrote how she can change her life. She can live the same day, just see what happens when you do different things. So the next book is one of my favorite books personally. I read it when I was like 12 years old. It's my favorite book. I already said that once. Yeah, it's my favorite fantasy book. I showed it to him and he really liked it.
Yeah, it's called His Majesty Dragons. Milo showed it to me like about a year ago, I think. And I thought there was only one book, the first one, His Majesty Dragons. But there's a whole series. There's like 9 books and still going. Yeah, they're still going. And the author got really famous with this book. It was published, like we already said, in March 2006. April. Yeah, one of those days. And it's a fantasy historical thing, typo.
Yeah. So the thing of the book, it's basically it's the Napoleonic Wars. It's like Napoleon against England, taking power over Europe. But the twist is that it's basically the Napoleonic Wars, like they were before, except that now there's dragons in the world. Like there's ships, soldiers, and dragons. For like the longest time, dragons have been a part of the world. It's like if so we see how people adapt the dragons and they adapt their fighting styles so they can fight in the air with dragons. There's like a dragon crew and everything. And this book starts where a Navy captain, William Lawrence, is fighting a French man de guerre, which is a small ship. I mean, a warship, but it's pretty small. So they're fighting, and then they take over the ship. The Brits take over the French ship, and then when they go underneath, like to the hold of the ship, they find a dragon egg. They don't know where it's there for. Like the French captain doesn't want to tell them, and then they're gonna take it back to England and show it to like the Air Forces, the Dragon Air Forces. But then when they're going back, the dragon like hatches. So it chooses William Lawrence, who was a Navy captain. It chooses him to be his companion.
His rider.
Yeah. Here's the book actually. So we got a +1.
Yeah, man.
Hey, remember that book that I was talking to you about? The one about the dragons?
Yeah, man. That book's awesome.
So, where were we at? The book?
When the captain... No, when the dragon hatches.
Okay, the dragon hatches, the captain takes it back to England, but the dragon chooses him as a captain. So now the guy, William Lawrence, is stuck having a dragon. The rest of the book goes on how he learns how to be he goes from being a Navy captain to a dragon captain.
That's a big change, actually.
Yeah, because the dragon captains don't really have family lives. They're just like wanderers. They just live on the dragons, and the dragons become like they fall in love with the dragons.
They literally fall in love with their captain there, like their master. If the master dies, they lose a reason of living. Like they just stop doing anything.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. I don't know.
Awesome.
They have like a nice bond.
That's what I call loyalty, man.
Yeah, that's what I like the most about the book. The love from, like, it's not gay love, but it's like a best friend love. They love each other, and they don't like being separated from each other.
Okay, so here's the reason I like the book. I like history. You like history too, right?
Yeah.
So we like history, and it's a different take on. Oh God, this road is bumpy. So it's a different. It's a different take on history. Like we still see Napoleon and Duke of Nelson, and we see all these people like that actually existed. But now there's a twist in it. There's dragons and people fighting on dragons and dragons fighting dragons and all these adventures Captain Lawrence and his dragon Temeraire have. And then there's a plot twist where the dragon actually turns out to be a Chinese dragon. Like it belongs to the emperor, and the emperor sent it to Napoleon, but then they got it in the way. So now Napoleon doesn't have the dragon, and now it's just some captain's dragon. And
The Chinese dragons are like the most powerful race thing.
yeah, actually, this dragon has like a superpower. Instead of blowing fire or anything, it blows like super wind that breaks like walls and wood.
Like
And kills
it
people.
can create like hurricanes, like in the like change the tide of the wave.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually.
These two amazing books are of a completely different genre, but I'm sure any of you crazy bookworms are going to love it. First off, let's start with Before I Fall.
¿Te cortamos esto? No, déjalo. So, when the time comes to leave the party, so the next book, this is the one we chose. It's one of my favorite books. I showed it to him and he liked it.
Yeah, it's called His Majesty's Dragon.
Fucking